Hi and welcome to South African Homesteader. Today is the 14th of November 2023, and as many of you might know, we have been on this farm now for 2 years. It was actually a piece of land that we developed into a farm. So this is a work in progress. Um, it's been wet and we've had a long winter, and then all of a sudden we've had a hot spring, because it's not summer yet. Summer starts next month. So today I'm going to take you for a walk. You can see I'm all hot, but I'm going to take you on a walk through the garden. um, I don't know, the garden, I just feel it's not doing great. I don't know um, what your take will be on it, but I have to make this video so that I can reference back next year and see what we have done so far, how things have grown, how not. We've had a few things not go right. For example, the garlic. Some of our garlic's it just died off completely, and then when we pulled it, it was like small little garlics. I still have some of the elephant garlic in, and I will harvest that the end of November, beginning December. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just be taking you on a walkabout and show you more or less what's happening in the garden. Okay, so I'm going to start the video right here. Now, in order for us to not have so much sand going into the house, what we've done is we've put some of these paving that we did here, homemade paving. We've done that, and then we've now also put just a little retainer here so that when we do our dania here, this must come out. See, this is what it looks like. But this must come out, and we're going to plant our dania here because it does get some sort of shade. And dania you can't plant in full sun. So this year, at least, we've cemented this section here. We've cemented this section here. And we've put a little roof on here just so that we don't get direct rain in winter, and also so that we don't, in the afternoon, we still have this little bit of shade here. This side of the house doesn't get morning sun, which is perfect for us, but the rest of the garden, it's full sun whole day. So these are just, and you know what, I hardly planted anything. Everything that is here is just, they have just dropped seeds last year and they've come up. So these this little flower patch will be full of cosmos and hollyhocks. And here's a small hollyhock also that's just seen this morning, small one coming out. I've got lots of cosmos. I didn't plant too much. We did plant some sunflowers here. I don't know why I'm showing this. I need to show it for my own benefit. They're busy building, because this is where we normally have a braai, but it's a makeshift thing. So we've decided that we're just going to make a little something here. So they're busy with that. This is where we chop up some of our cabbages and things. The cabbages that we do have, some of it is nice. We can use it like for coleslaws and cabbage food for ourselves, obviously. But most of it is, it's a second or third flush, so it's not. And also with the heat, cabbage is not something that likes the heat. Here we've planted our cucumbers, and we've planted some corn on both sides just so that it can provide some sort of shelter for the cucumbers. And like I said, this is a very old patch. We did nothing to this patch, this cabbage patch. I did absolutely nothing to it. So we're just basically maintaining it, chop it up for Bokkie and them, and we use some of it for coleslaw and things. We need to plant new cabbage in the new season. Strawberry field is doing excellently. I mean, we are eating strawberries like it's coming out by our ears. We harvest every evening, early evening, but these are it starts here. I've shown this several times. I'm not going to show this much. This is strawberries. We've planted some sunflowers there as well. And obviously the property goes still there by the trees. And what I don't often show is still where the property actually goes. And in all the way up here, these are all strawberries. And all of this was planted out from, I mean, I probably bought about what, maybe 6 punnets 2 years ago. They grew into such a dense um, thing of strawberries, but they have to be spaced like this so that they carry better. This is beans. Guys, it's only myself, my husband, and we have one guy working here. And this is sunflowers. So obviously in summer it's going to look a whole lot different to what it looks like now. Give it a month or two. There's some more corn there. This is corn here. I can't even see because so our property goes right to the road down there. Now this whole front section of the property, nothing's been done to it. Yeah. And then I'm gonna walk up here. These are all strawberries. But I'm gonna walk up here and just show you. These are some pumpkins that are coming out here. So these, I see they have like flowers coming up. And we have some beans. Like we scatter beans all over the farm. This is going to be sunflowers here. Here we have some tomatoes. A lot of, I'm telling you, I've got so many tomatoes, so much tomato seeds. But I didn't do any seeding. Look how dry this is. It's corn. You know, for us, it's a lot of work. This is lettuce, which this came up from seed in that bed, and then David planted it here. It's not the right place because lettuce really doesn't like the full sun. Because this is what happens, they go to seed immediately. That's what happens. And potatoes we also have growing all over. So this year, what we have is we just have a lot of whatever came up, and then we planted some sunflowers here, more corn here, more pumpkins. This pumpkins also are just self-seeded. So they also just came out. This is a whole row of self-seeded marigolds. This is an empty patch. This is still cabbage. Now what I'm trying to say is these cabbages, this is the second or third flush. I don't know because we're not a commercial farm, we're just like a homestead. So these cabbages, they put on heads after they've had the initial, you know, the initial head. We grow lots of spinach. That's why I haven't been doing videos, because honestly, yeah, we have so many eggplants. We've transplanted, oops, a lot of them. This is eggplants. We seeded them here. Brinjal, whatever. So I like to make moussaka with it, which is like a lasagna. This is onions. And these beetroots. Like, honestly, I want to pull it out, but you know, like with my husband, he doesn't just like to pull out stuff. This is tomatoes, which we've put in here. My tomatoes last year, this time I was already getting tomatoes. This is the one mulberry tree, that's the other one. They're actually bearing after 2 years. I cannot believe it. Let's see if this one has got any. They had some berries on it, which I think my husband did a video on. But I think this stuff eat it off, man. I'm not bothered because I know that there's going to be a lot of berries. Those are all this white flower. I leave it, that's carrots. It's going to seed, and I leave it because they will just drop the seeds and you will have new carrots. So I'm doing a lot of that. Sunflowers here, hollyhocks, And like I said, we planted out some of these eggplants. So this whole bed has got eggplants. And they're still tiny. More spinach, potatoes. Some of it is still coming up. We planted some. It's like here's some potatoes coming up here. Because this was we had a full-on tomato garden last year. This whole place was just tomato garden. So there's a lot of seeds that dropped here. So we have weeds and seeds. It's very difficult to keep the weeding under control here because we are only, like I said before, we're only 3 people. So it is kind of difficult. But I mean, we have everything that we're going to need. We have onions, we have potatoes, we have tomatoes, lettuce, gone to seed. Once again, this weather's not conducive for lettuce. I even planted some of these eggplants here. So I'm going to have a lot of eggplants. Andy. Here we have some. This is the guava tree. It's obviously not guava season, although they will put on flowers and things. But guavas, they grow in winter. They grow in winter. Here's some cosmos here, and then we have some beans there. And this side, here also I planted eggplant. I don't know, the strawberry patch must be thinned out here. This is actually, that whole field was planted from this bougainvillea. We need to build a little structure like this for this one. Some more sunflowers here. There's a little semicircle of sunflowers over there by the washing line, which it is so hot, shame. Which when it's big, then it looks nice. So this sunflowers here, I also told him to plant some sunflowers here to make like a little entrance, because I use the sunflowers for definition. As you can see, it gets very hot here. This is the passion fruit vines. Yeah, I love these flowers. They are so beautiful. And inside here, this is the greenhouse where I plant most of my chili plants. We've got so many that have self-seeded. Once again, even though I have so much seed, I just didn't plant it. But so these existing chili plants have got chilies on already. And these ones have flowers. These ones also have chilies, all different kinds of chilies. These big ones, these are the bishop's crown. It looks dry now, but here we only water like in the evening. This is I've shown this several times, but here, new ones. Oops. This is my hottest chili, I think, in the garden. It's called the yellow. This is also another bishop's crown. These here, these chilies here. This is full of chilies. That is the cayenne pepper chilies. This is lemon balm. It smells delicious. This is my one and only what's it called? The peach. Sugar Rush peach. And then these are the Chinese 5-color chilies. This is basically for ornamental purposes. I don't really use it in my food. There's some chili plants here. Shame it looks so dry. But in the soil we have worked some of bokkie and neems manure, etc. Look at this. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, am I standing in the sun? So this is also, sure, it's actually laden. It's got a lot of these on everywhere. This is the chili garden. Various types of chilies. Got a fig tree. These chili plants coming out here. Lemon tree. I don't know, I think this is limes. I don't think it's lemons. Peach tree. I know we need to trim it. At the bottom, we trimmed it last year, but this year, I don't know, we just didn't have time. We need to put neem oil on because the neem oil is organic and I don't want to lose the peaches the way I lost them last year. The year before, we had wonderful peaches. Last year, we hardly got any peaches. We have some pepper plants here, and we have some. See, these are the passion fruit, the grenadillas. Yeah. So, oh, and yeah, gosh, they're starting now. This thing, it carries a lot of passion fruit. That's where I feed my outside cats. I put their little, hello, Poopy. Oh, she's my angel. We have some mint here. This is peppermint. This is peppermint. And this is chocolate mint. It smells delicious. It smells like chocolate ice cream. Yeah. So that's what's happening in the chili garden. You see here, they get the heat without getting that sun that burns them. Hy fooi toch. This is Clivia's. They don't like to be in full sun. So we're going to have to make a plan with him. And then I told you guys, this is why I don't do the videos. But anyway, this is a mango tree. You can see these little mangoes. Last year we didn't let it be, but those two there, that's two mangoes on there. Because it stunts the growth of the plant. But I don't know, this year it's just been hectic. Avo tree, and I had so many seeds, but something ate it off. But I saw that there's still one that's bearing an avo, which I don't know. I cannot wait for all these trees to be big, because what I'm trying to create is that it creates a little all the grapes and the grapevines. That's one. And the name of this is the, I can't see at the bottom, see, grapes. So we tree list it up so that they don't just lie on the floor. This is more tomatoes. Like this year we're really having random tomatoes. This Eugenia's is doing what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to form like a pathway along here with these trees. Fig tree that I started from seed just before I moved here 2.5 years ago, and look how big it is. We haven't had any figs yet. This one I got from a friend of mine, Mani. Shukran, this is how big that tree is that I came to fetch the bayou. This is our chicken yard, one of the chicken yards. They lay inside there, so we lock up some, and they lay, then we take them out, and the others lay. And this is another chicken yard here. You see, they do have shaded areas inside and in there. Same here. They have shaded areas. So this is the apple tree that I started from seed. Now our property goes, there's a red flag right at the bottom. That is on the border of our property on the other farm next door. So you see there, that's the house next door. It's behind. There's a wall there. Now that's the boundary wall, about 11 meters behind the trees. I counted it off, that's how I know. So it goes all the way down to that flag. And now this side of the property we didn't do much to. This is more an orchardy type of area. This is probably going to have crab apples, but this was started from seed. There's a lot of cosmos coming up here. And although it looks very like hot and dry at the moment, come summer, when these things are big, then it's a big difference. This, sure, you see this died completely because Blade pulled it out. This is papyrus, and this also, the reason I planted this here was because I want to make a fish pond here. This also is a tree that I started from seed. It's an apple tree. These are grafted trees. This is an orange tree. We do have a snail problem, but we don't put anything, snail poisons or anything because of the animals that we have. So I come with a bucket and I physically pick it off. Once again, the flower that I keep forgetting the name of, with another little grapevine. And then we have, what is this, hibiscus or something? Can't remember. And then this is an orange tree also. They are not doing well because it's a bit hot here for them. But we're trying, we are going to get them to grow. Foxgloves, slightly dying. I'm going to cut it off and hope that they have like a second flush. Rosemary, this palm trees are doing okay. So as summer progresses, you'll obviously see a lot more. This is the date palm that I started from seed in Cape Town while I was still living there. So I have a few of those, but that's the biggest one. These trees, they just come up. We trim them at the bottom, and they help with the snails because they attract snails like crazy. But as I'm picking off here also, um, this is the dahlias. It's not that we haven't watered here, but this is an apple tree. Apple blossoms, different types of apples. So this one's got the white with a light pinkish blossom. Status, baie droog. And then this was also a full flower patch, which it will be again because mostly I think what we're going to see this year is sunflowers and a lot of cosmos. This is an olive tree. Because it gets so hot here on the west coast, some of the plants do struggle, but I am a very stubborn person, so I will let them grow. Look how nice the rosemary is doing. They're enjoying the sun. This is a lemon tree. That one's a nachi tree, malva, and then this is another apple tree. Shane, we just come and we water here when we can. You see, it has been watered. Another apple tree. So yeah, I have to pick off snails all the time because obviously we're not out here much. These are zinnias we started watering and then finally these zinnias came out. This hasn't been really mulched, or our garden hasn't been mulched. It's just, we normally mulch it with the pine needles, but we haven't done it this year. We've been doing a lot of other things. Fig tree, status started from seed last year. I'm so chuffed that they are actually still growing. They don't seem to mind the sun. And then this is another apple tree. So I want to put a lot more fruit trees here so that as they grow thick and dense and we get lots of rain in winter, then they can we can create a little microclimate here. This is pomegranate, started from seed, and another one started from seed. So because it's a new farm, that side is pretty lush, like all the way down there. This side is still very hot. I have a palm tree, some other trees, but we need to plant a lot more trees in order to create that microclimate that I've been wanting to create. And really, that is it. Nothing much happening in this garden this year, like I said before. Also, I think the reason is there was a point at which I was going to sell to move closer to my family, my children in Cape Town. But we've decided that there's no way. Every time we go to Cape Town and we see how overpopulated it is, and it's a local tree. Also, thanks to Mani, Mr. Chief. Every time we go to Cape Town, then we realize that what are we going to be doing here? There isn't much to do. We've got so much to do. We've got, I mean, why give this up to go to a 500 square meter plot? So yes, there's a lot of work. We do realize we're not selling. I've had people ask me, I don't know how they know. I have had people asking if we're selling. We're not selling. So I hope you enjoyed this little video with me, this walkabout. And I hope to see you next time. So from me, Hyria, a South African homesteader. Until next time.